You're not allowed to have an off day. July 13th was an off day.
When you think about the Secret Service, you're talking about the elite, the best of the best.
We got to accept the fact that we failed that day, and we've got to find a way to fix it so it never happens again.
The world is a dangerous place. The men and women of the Secret Service must be perfect every time. It may not be fair, but that's the world in which we operate.
July 13th was an absolute disaster.
July 13th was a failure of the Secret Service to adequately secure the Butler Farm Show site and protect President-elect Trump.
It wasn't a failure at one level. It was a failure at every level.
But it is essential that we recognize the gravity of our failure.
The faith and trust and confidence that the American people have to have in these elite services has been greatly broken.
To make sure we can restore faith in institutions as essential as the Secret Service. That is our ultimate mission here.
This is a cascading situation where people who were supposed to be responsible didn't think they were the one responsible.
My concern is that there's a culture of silence and that individual officers and agents are not empowered to say something is wrong.
This is a leadership issue. This is a command climate issue, a culture issue that is really unacceptable in an organization like the Secret Service. Your guys showed up that day and didn't give a shit. There was apathy and complacency, period. And that's your mission now.
There will be accountability, and that accountability is occurring. Our agency is not defined by one failure, but by our ability to learn from mistakes, to hold ourselves accountable.
You make sure that it's the voters and not an assassin's bullet that determine the outcome of elections in this country.
The threat profile that President Trump is facing is unprecedented.
President Trump, was he provided a security detail akin to what a sitting president would receive?
At that time, he was not.
He was not. And had it not been for a perfectly timed turn of a head, President Trump would have lost his life that day.
We almost did have a former president, and now the president-elect, literally almost killed live on television.
What is that no-fail mission? With the Secret Service, that no-fail mission is to protect our highest level elected officials, period.
This is about as serious as it gets from the standpoint of what we're tasked to do. To my former colleagues at the Department of Justice, there's some information that we didn't get.
We submitted numerous requests to the Department of Justice and FBI. Their response is, we can't give that information to Congress. That, in my view, is an unacceptable position.
This is information that can and should and must be provided to Congress.
We're not going to be able to restore that faith if the agencies aren't communicating with the public and instead are getting conspiracy theories online because no one else is giving them information.
And we have dedicated ourselves to continue to get those answers. And if the FBI and DOJ thinks that they can wait us out and stonewall us, they are wrong.
Good luck.
Because we will get that information.
The American people have to have confidence in you. And at this point, it's hard to have confidence with people who won't share information with you.
I'm really proud of the work the task force has done in a very limited time frame.
America deserved answers as to how something like this could happen and how it would be fixed.
It's been a privilege and an honor to work in cooperative and bipartisan manner.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the task force favorably report to the House the task force report.
There being no further questions, the task force stands adjourned.